Nintendo Bracelet to think first about something counterfeit. And this video is going to be very interesting because today I'll be telling you if this right here is real or fake. So basically I was in the mall one day just, in the mall to look around for cool stuff. Then basically I saw these type of vending machines. I'll show a picture about right here what they look like or on screen somewhere. And basically I was just walking there, I saw this vending machine, I was like, ooh, for video game. Then I went look close, I was like, wait a second, those are Pokemon games. And actually no, Pokemon games cost a lot of money, especially the Game Boy ones. So when I saw they was only for $10, I was very skeptical, like, $10 for a classic Game Boy game? That sounds kind of sus. So what I did was bought one. I thought it was fun to make a video about it, tell you guys real or fake or not. And since I never made one of these videos where I kind of compare if the game's real or not. But I do know a lot about, cartridges, video game stuff. So I thought this would be a fun video to make. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do, please give a like, subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo content. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so basically what I'm going to do first is show you guys basically about the cartridge, how it looks, and kind of compare it to a real one. So this is a real Pokemon game. Actually, it's Pokemon Silver version. So I'll be comparing this to show you guys if it's real or not. But I'll show you guys. So I got it from the vending machine. It actually came in this container, which you don't know. If they lose copy, they do have the containers. I don't have one for this one or other ones, but they come in like this, right? So let's see. So you take out the container, right? Alright, so right off the bat, it's kind of hard for you guys to see or tell on camera, but I'll kind of do my best to describe it. So for one thing, when you get it in your hand, it's very light. And yeah, normally a regular Game Boy games, they do have a little bit more weight to it, but this is very light. So another thing, give you guys a closer look, the Nintendo Game Boy logo right here. And here's the sticker. And here's how it looks in the back. This side. Other side. The top. And the bottom. Alright, now let's start comparing. So, for one thing, when you hold them both in your hands, this one has more weight than this one. And you can't really see on camera, but I can tell when it comes to the quality of the plastic cases. This one feels more cheap, while this one feels more, basically not as cheap, if that makes sense. So another thing, and so when you look at the Nintendo logos, right? So it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see this one is basically more popped out, while this one is not much popped out. It's only popped out a little bit when it comes to the wording. So let's compare the labels, right? So obvious giveaway that's fake is basically, so if you look at these two, so again, these are Game Boy games, so these came out in the, like around the 80s, 90s, right? So basically, you can see on this one, right? This one kind of has some wear, like you see it has some scratch marks on it, while you can see this one doesn't. Now, there are rare times where you can find one where the sticker has no damage or stains or scratches at all. But that's kind of rare, isn't it? Because, basically back then, a lot of kids had these. And, sometimes, I've seen some stickers where it was way worse. Sometimes it was very peeled, it had stains and stuff. This one, I got the second hand. A teacher gave it to me because they know I was a big, Nintendo fan. And you can see, they took very good care of it. Some scratches, but again, it looks great. But again, there's no scratches, nothing at all, which is a very sign. You can tell how glossy it is. And yeah. So another thing to tell is, so when you look at this, right? You can see the Nintendo logo right here, how it's very clear. While you look at this one, you can tell it's very, not so clear, also kind of faded, if that makes sense. Or kind of fuzzy, if that makes sense. So if we look at the back, so I can't remember what these type of screws are called when you used to open them, but you can see the screws on the bottom of the real one, while the fake one is more in like kind of more top middle-ish. And you can also see that when it comes to this line part, you can see this one is rigid, while this one barely is. So if we look on the inside, it gets kind of hard to see. So you can see that the board right here, and there's a solid plastic piece behind, right? So on this one, you can see the board right here, same thing, right? But it looks a little different. Not just that, but you can see there's this like opening right here. There's like a plastic solid piece on the right, but on the left side there's an opening right here, which is a clear sign because real ones don't have that. So get another look. So just give you another example. Let's compare it to another Game Boy game. So you guys can see, but this is Super Mario Land again on Game Boy, and same thing. So basically, the lettering is more popped out. Again, this is not. Again, the Nintendo logo is much more clear, while this is not. And again, you can obviously see some wear and tear on it. And once again, the bolt is right here at the bottom and not like the top. And again, the same thing. When you look on the inside, it has like that solid piece in the back, not that opening, unlike this one. And just give you another example, we have Tetris DX. You can see this. So yes, this is real, but it's in a black plastic case, right? But you kind of see, again, more popped out. Now, as you can see, this one has some wear and tear. Well, not wear and tear, but just some scratches, but still is good. Again, same thing. Again, you can say on the inside where it has a solid plastic piece and not like opening. So yeah, basically that's how you can tell. And not just Pokemon, you can tell with any Game Boy game, right? So in case, you know, if you wanted Game Boy games in general, not Pokemon, but any, you can use kind of this helpful guide from any, because basically all Game Boy games are kind of made the same, look the same, the way they're made. Again. Alright, so what I want to do right now is do like the ultimate test, right? So what I'm going to do is put these in two types of Game Boys. The classic OG Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance. I was also going to use my Game Boy SP. Unfortunately, the battery is kind of dead on this, so it's kind of charging. So I'm going to use like these for now. So let's go ahead and start with the fake one. So let's start with the Game Boy Advance. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in now. Also, if you want to know how to put Game Boys in games in, you basically put them like this, right? So what we do is flick the switch. Alright, nothing's happening. Let me try to adjust the cartridge, because sometimes, well, I don't know about everybody other Game Boys, but basically when it comes to the ones I have, sometimes you kind of have to adjust the way you put them in. Like with some though, I put them in all the way, it works, but sometimes it doesn't, so I kind of have to pull it out a little and it works like that. So what I did this time, I kind of pulled it out a little bit. So let's see if it works like that. Yeah, nothing. Again, the volume's all the way up. I don't see nothing. So before we move on, let's go ahead and put some of the other games in. So let's start off with Super Mario Land. Yep. As you can see, it works. You see the graphics. The volume is a little low on this one, but you can hear it. So let's go ahead and try another game. Of course, Pokemon Silver. Yep, see there, it works right away. Again, it's kind of hard to hear, but you can definitely see and hear it. So let's try again Tetris. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So before actually, for example, you saw how it got put on screen that how you saw Game Boy Boss and Nintendo letter was kind of weird. Basically, that I'll talk about. Basically, I have this tightly, right? So if I loosen it up a little bit, yeah, so you can see this one works. Now, basically, because again, sometimes you put them in all the way tightly, they work, but sometimes you don't. So sometimes you gotta pull it out, kind of jiggle it out, then it will work. But it kind of depends. But also, you can see. Let me just go through this to show you the gameplay. Uh, yep. Yep. Sure. Yeah, see? Yeah, so they all work on here, of course. Now, let's try the original Game Boy. Because, let's be honest, if it doesn't show up or work on the original, then that shows you it's fake. I mean, it's kind of obvious fake, but just to show you guys, because yeah, you don't see or hear nothing. So let me just try to one more time. Yep, nothing's happening. But again, if you put in, again, Pokemon Silver, or again, if you want to put Pokemon games, I mean Game Boy games in, you know, it's kind of funny. Back in my day, we had Game Boy games. Anyways, you put it in like this, and then you flick the switch. Alright, so if you guys can see on camera how, again, the Nintendo wording is kind of weird. So, what I did, I put it in tightly all the way, so I'm going to kind of put it in loosely. Yep, see? Again, works immediately, the sound, hold on. Once again, let's try a different game, Super Mario Land. And again. Yep. So there you go. Now I will say that another reason how you can tell it's fake is because if you're a Pokemon fan or a Nintendo fan, you probably know this, but Pokemon Green didn't come to America. In America, we got Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. We didn't get Pokemon Green until Leaf Green. You know, they were basically the GBA era, right? So that's another sign how this is fake. Now, Frederick, you guys probably wondering, well, Frederick, if that's the case, why didn't you get Yellow, Blue, and Red and try those out? Well, here's the thing. The reason I went with Green is because of two reasons, right? Number one, I got to know Bulbasaur when I first started, so of course I had to go with this one. But number two, I was thinking about that, but I was thinking about, you know what? I don't think it really matters, to be honest, because, let's be honest, again, this was this. There's also Silver, Gold, Emerald, Red, Green, basically every Pokemon Game Boy GBA games. So I thought it didn't really matter, if that made sense. So I got this one. I just want to try it out for you guys. And honestly, $10, because again, when I saw it like $10 for classic Pokemon games, I was pretty sus on it because we know these go for a lot of money. I mean, if they're in box, they cost well, not a ton, but a lot. But if they're like out of box with the cartridge itself, they cost a lot. Again, I was lucky enough to get this one because, again, if Nintendo fans, I got this, but I know out of box, like cartridge, they're still a lot of money. But yeah, but I will also say, you will get these, right? But sometimes they will work on the Game Boy devices because either they emulated it or they took the ROM and put it on the chip on the fake ones. Which personally, I'm just like, yeah, and I know some people might be like, well, I mean, I can just buy the cheaper ones to play Game Boy games, right? Well, yeah, but it's better to get the original because one, why would you want a fake? Also, number two, if you buy a fake one, either it will not work like it saw, or either the quality will be kind of bad, or even like there's been times where I've seen where like it'll say like Pokemon Green, right? But sometimes it'll be a different game, like let's say you got Green, it'll be like I don't know, a bootleg Mario game or something. So personally, if you see one of those vending machines, do not buy the Game Boy games off there. I'm not doing this to be mean or nothing. Again, the reason I'm making this video is because kind of inform you guys about those machines. Because again, when I saw it, I was very skeptical. I wanted to buy one for myself and test it out. Because, I mean, I don't want you guys to be scammed. Because that's kind of like a scam, honestly. To be so like fake Game Boy games. Yeah. I know you probably wonder, well, Frederick, again, the original Pokemon ones are pretty expensive these days. Where do I find them? You can always find them at like retro video game stores, or you can go to places like, if you haven't heard, it's called Book Off. A lot of times they have the classic Pokemon games. It kind of depends on the quality. Maybe like the family member, or maybe they'll give it to you for less price. But yeah, there are plenty of other options of play these, whether it's physical or digital. But yeah, and again, the reason I made this is because it's kind of an education. So I hope, even if you do not like want to play Pokemon games or you want to play like classic Game Boy game, I really hope this help you as a guide as to tell the difference between real versus fake ones. But yeah, so the only reason I see people buy this, if they're like me, if they're a content creator and they want to make a video if it's real or fake, that's the only reason why I would see somebody buying this. Otherwise, I would not recommend buying this. Again, no, $10 not a lot, but yeah, always just go for the real ones. Again, I hope this video helped. Hey, so I did originally have an ending for this video, but fortunately for some reason, the audio for like the ending part didn't really sound good for some reason, so I'm basically doing this type of outro. But yeah, again, really hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope this video was helpful. And again, if you want to find like retro Pokemon games or any kind of retro games, honestly, again, check out your local retro stores, Book Off, some conventions that sell retro games, and ask any of your friends or family members if they have old video games that they want to get rid of, and maybe they'll again give to yourself to you. But anyways, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give a like, please subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo content, and please follow Twitter at peaceful.c7. And more Nintendo community, more community, watch Nintendo Family. I'm Frederick Nintendo fan. I'll see you guys later.